YouTube, I'm back in the game. It's Saturday, the 20th of September, just over 6 weeks out from New York Marathon, and I finally posted my London vlog. Obviously you might have seen it. I'm now posting vlogs consistently. So we're back. Last week I did Port Half Marathon in a time of 1:36.21, which was funnily a 1 second PB. So things are stepping up in terms of prepping for New York, and due to that I have got a little supplement order in, so I wanted to show you some of the supplements I've bought. You'll see a bit of a theme. I've gone hard on SIS Better Fuel. So I have tried a few of their flavors. I love the neutral one. For tomorrow's run, I'm still deciding how long I'm gonna go. Had a bit of a hip niggle, but I'm gonna essentially practice these gels. So taking a gel every 5K. These have 40 grams of carbs and a really good carb ratio. So I'll go neutral. This is a new flavor, raspberry and lemon plus electrolytes. This also has 200 milligrams of sodium. When we're doing these long runs, you want to load up on sodium beforehand, but it's also good to be replacing the electrolytes that we lose when we sweat. So interested to see how the raspberry and lemon goes down. I've also got my favorite, the GOAT, carried me for London, is the apple plus nootropics, which has got shit load of caffeine. I think it's got 200 milligrams of caffeine in, which is insane. I'll take that about 15k in. Ideally I can get 30k done tomorrow. My body's been feeling pretty rough after Porter, if I'm honest. My hip and like glute on my right leg just feels a little bit off. My foot is great, so that's a positive, but yeah, we just need to see. And I think the closer you get to marathon, you know, I've got 4 more weeks of proper training. Should be practicing my fueling, nailing it. So I've got a big old box of gels. I also bought SIS Better Fuel, the energy chews. I was planning on transitioning to just using gels for the first time. It's my 5th marathon, be the first time just taking solely gels. I've always broke them up with some chews or something more solid, but it's good to have those as an option if I don't fancy just going gels. But to be honest, I think I probably will. We'll see. So that's what I'll take tomorrow before my run, alongside bagels and, you know, just bits and pieces like that. From a electrolyte standpoint, you'll see I've got a big old box here. This is from an LMNT order, so I've still got some of those. I've got Human 24, I've got Pure Sport, and I did have another one, but that seems to be it. So yeah, electrolytes, honestly, the key for me is just getting 1,000 milligrams of sodium in before these long runs, before hard speed sessions. As I sort of peak my long run pre-marathon, I will increase that and replicate what I'll do on race day. So few orders. I also take some tablets every day. So I set those up in this, so it's super easy and you can just get up and go every day. So what I'm taking daily at the moment, Omega 369, Alpha Men, which is a multivitamin that is pure marketing genius. Iron, because runners can become quite deficient in iron, especially women. Vitamin D3 and K2, because apparently that helps you absorb all this madness a bit better. And I also take, here's one for you that you might not know. We take hay fever tablets pretty religiously throughout summer, because I get really bad hay fever. But one thing I also take is finasteride for my hair. So I was really starting to thin and lose my hair a couple of years ago. And finasteride has been a game changer for me. So still got my Barnet in one piece for now. We will see if I ever make the trip to Turkey. I'm not ruling it out. So here's how the supplement stash is looking. Daily sups, long run practice for tomorrow. Ideally I go 30k, but I'll just listen to my body. We've got a new sort of endurance pre-workout. I've not tried that. I won't try that tomorrow. I'll keep it simple and just probably go for one of the electrolytes that has 1,000 milligrams. You know, I'm not affiliated with anything. I just buy it when it's a decent price. Better Fuel backup, more Better Fuel backup, some carb mixes again. Better Fuel now. Better Fuel, please. Science and Sport, help your boy, because I am in need and I am buying up supplies out here. One thing I want to share is I used to use Maurten and it was great. It meant I didn't shit myself and that was worth every single penny. But now I'm running more and I practice more and I've got more familiar gels. I actually just find they're harder to consume during an event. And these are just more liquidy juice. They just kind of go down a bit smoother. Last worthy mention, in terms of replenishing electrolytes as you're going, these salt stick chews are a great option if you're not going to take them in like a gel form like this, which I never have done before. Another good way to get electrolytes in is you can get little tablets. So you can literally just pop these with a bottle. Precision Hydration do these tablets, which are basically just sodium. So you're not drinking it, you're just popping a pill, and you can do that to keep cramp and fatigue away. So yeah, hopefully that's been helpful. Always happy to answer anything in relation to fueling. Something I think I'm actually pretty good at, and it's taken time. It just really takes practice and just being a bit prepared. So I think the last thing on that is tomorrow, ideally I do 30K. I'll probably just eat an hour or two before. I won't do a whole like 3-hour prep for some of my longer long runs. And I'll have the bagels with some honey and jam, and that'll be it. And then we'll just start smashing gels. So fingers crossed tomorrow as well. The body is better than I suspect. Time will tell. You can make up with a lack of talent with some effort and intentionality around your training. Yes, YouTube. From Liverpool to sunny Portugal. Cannot even see the screen of the camera I'm recording on. But it's been a while since we sat down, we talked through my training and just where I'm at. I've been a little bit lost on a YouTube side of things, so I'm going to try and fill in the blanks for you as we continue this prep. In Portugal for a few days to work, train, and enjoy the sun, man. It's absolutely stunning here. So nice. As a wasp tries to take away the bliss of this experience. But yeah, it's class to be here. So the last time, obviously you've seen me at the football. The last time I really sort of sat down and spoke to you was when we talked about fueling and just how I approach that. I actually put a video out on Instagram in regards to like every single stage of the marathon and how to fuel it, and it's doing really well. People seem to be getting something from it, so that's ideal. So you saw me before the 30K I did, which included 3x5K at Race Target. Now, the build has not been easy towards New York. A PB is a dream. Is it possible? I don't know, but I'm trying to put myself in the best position. So race pace that I'm trying to go for is in and around a 3:19 marathon. Obviously, my marathon journey has gone 3:57, 3:48, 3:37, 3:25. So it's followed like a really nice flow, and I would love to take it to like the 3:10s, and that's why I've set 3:19, because it just gets me into the 3:10s. The reality is New York's a hard marathon. It might not be possible, but I am doing everything in my power in training to put myself in the best position for it. 30K with 15K at race pace, which is great. And the step up, my longest run in the block prior to that, obviously the week before I'd done the Porter Half Marathon at a PB, but my longest run before that was actually only 22.5K. Oh my Jesus. Oh, for fuck's sake. All right, I'm alive. Fucking wasp in my ear. Okay. I am getting attacked by a wasp. My longest run prior to that had been 22.5K, so it's a massive jump to go from that to 30K, but ultimately that's just the risk I needed to take. I think the one thing that allowed me to take that risk was obviously London. I've hit some pretty long runs. I still have that in the legs to a degree, but I also clocked 28K that day because I did an easy run with clients at the Onward training day. So that was a real big confidence boost to get that 30K in. What was good about that was getting the distance and getting 15K on average for a 3:19 marathon. You need to run at a pace of 4:44. So my average pace was just in and around 4:44 per kilometer. As I blow a bug off me. Fucking dying in this country ass motherfucking. If you know that YouTube clip, you are an absolute G. But the problem with that pacing was, if I'm honest, it was a little bit all over the place. I hadn't really been in that gear, so it was no surprise I struggled to find it. So the focus since that 30K, I did 32K last week with 10K at race pace, and my focus there was just trying to keep my pacing a lot more standard, just trying to keep it a lot more equal. And I was actually trying to hit 4:40 per kilometer there, because ultimately whenever we're training for a marathon and trying to hit that marathon pace, it's actually better just to go that little bit faster to ultimately feel a little bit more comfortable on race day when you're able to hold that pace. So that was a really good session, 32K banked. I also got a really good speed session in with my coach and one of his other clients. We did a 4x2K at a threshold, which I have repeated. So I did that last night in Portugal. 2 speed sessions, 2 long runs. Feel like I'm now in a position where I'm progressing with my training. I hit 61K last week, which is the biggest weekly mileage I've I've done in this New York block. And to be totally honest, it's a lot lower than it was for London. But that's just where I'm at. It's where I've been out with my foot. And, you know, as much as I've taken the risk, you know, jumping up the long run, trying to push it on, I've also just tried to be smart with how I'm building my running back, because I don't want to end up back injured. The threshold session, didn't really want to do that last night. It was the last thing I wanted to do after shit sleep, traveling, dodgy food, but I got it done, and I'm really proud of myself for doing that. Try and log a couple of other easy runs, maybe some gym work in Portugal, and then I've got a 34-kilometer long run this week, and then next week I've got my last long run. So I've got probably 10 days or so of pushing, of trying to raise my standard, and then it is down to taper, the marathon gods, and then just the things like fueling and just bringing the right mentality on race day. I think I'm nervous. I don't know if I can hit a PB out with that. I want to just run well, and I want to enjoy New York because it's a fucking amazing marathon to have the opportunity to go and do, and that's not lost in me. So whilst time is important to me, I don't want to forget that actually just fucking coming back from this injury and running a marathon is a huge thing. Fingers crossed. I'm gonna go get out, get some lunch, enjoy the area. Let me just show you this view. It's a pretty nice spot out here. Onwards, let's keep it moving, let's bank some good training, and I hope you are well. While we are here, let's do a little room tour. So that's where the magic happens, aka I actually get some good sleep. Mrs. O couldn't make it. They made a little bed for her, but she couldn't make it. So I'm all on my own. If you are like me, whenever you go somewhere new, you will unpack and get your shit in order. But yeah, nice room, nice hotel to be fair. Had a buffet breakfast, which was a surprise. I didn't know I paid for it, but apparently I had. Went to the beach this morning for a dip, so sandy bathtub. But yeah, pretty damn nice room, and they've even got one of those little basins that you can wash your ass in, which I'm a man who's been to Asia and I miss the bum gun, man. I think the bum gun is one of the best things, and we should bring it to the UK, because I was speaking to someone about this, and obviously in the UK we just like think, you know, you wipe your ass and that's just how you do it. That's what we've always done. If you fell over in mud, would you just take toilet roll and rub it off and be happy and move on? No, man, you'd be dirty. I'll tell you what, I am the king of wet wipes. There's always wet wipes in my household. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. Let's focus on the running. It's great that we can be so open with each other and talk about how we wipe our bums. All right, okay, I'm going to cut it here. Have a great day. Yes, YouTube. It is Wednesday, the 8th of October. It's that point of marathon prep where, if I'm totally honest, holding on for dear life, and that's why I've not been that active. 3 weeks and 4 days until New York. So, on the weekend, had a very bad 29k long run. Was a bit of a fail. Was trying to get 34, but the traveling from Portugal, I don't know if it's something I ate or I feel like I'm fighting off something. My ear is fucked, my throat's a bit messed up. So yeah, it was just a bit of a disaster. I think the actual win was I didn't end up shitting myself on that run. Had to stop 3 times for the toilet. So yesterday we did 18k, which is a longer midweek run that I've been doing. Trying to get the last bit of mileage in this week and next week. With my peak long run this week, we're off to do a 5x2k threshold session. How would I describe threshold? I would say it's like an 8 out of 10 effort. It is comfortably uncomfortable, and you should be finishing feeling like you could do another rep. You should be able to hold like a sentence, not a sentence. You should be able to hold like 3 to 4 words if you're running alongside someone in a conversation. So I've not got a conversation. I'm going to do it by myself. Gonna wear my Denzel Washington hat. Shout out Denzel. Gonna chuck this on, lock in the AirPods, get some quality speed in, and then it's all eyes on the long run on either Saturday or Sunday. This week is it's busy. I mean, listen, it's as busy as any other week. I'm just fucking feeling it right now. Just feels a little bit heavier, a little bit harder. But marathons are all about pushing your capacity, testing to see what you're made of, and this part of the build is all part of that. So peace. I'm gonna go get this in, and we will see how we feel after. Speed session done. That was fucking hard. I did 18k yesterday and it was windy as hell. I did 2 reps into the wind, so I did 5x2k. 2 reps into the wind, and I definitely felt that. Pick the heart rate up and just make it all a bit harder. But sure, we're in peak week of marathon. It's going to be fucking hard. That's why we do it. This week is the peak long run. Next week I'll still be looking to keep volume up, still working away at speed, and then we're into the taper. So I'm going to go jump in the sauna now for as much time as I have before my next call, because sauna ahead of race day is being shown to be great. I think there's like 3 weeks before your race. If you use the sauna more, it does some sort of science fancy goodness. Basically just makes you better at managing heat and just being able to finish stronger. I can find the study. In fact, fuck it, just take my word for it. If you look for it, you'll find it. If not, message me and tell me I'm a liar. I'm gonna make a bit of an effort to get into the sun a little bit more. If I'm totally honest, I would do it anyway because I really enjoy it and I know it's good for me and I know it's good for my head. Whenever I'm busy or whenever I'm stretching myself and pushing myself, making that little bit of time just to look after myself, like the sauna, is only a good thing. So regardless of the fitness gains that it will give me, I would still do it for my headspace anyway. I enjoy it. All right, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna try and find some sort of protein or chocolate milk in there and then get in the sauna. I need this time to myself. I am fucked. Yes, YouTube, it is time for my peak marathon long run. Trying something new, got some rice here. I'm exhausted. Had a really big week, so I'm just trying to rally myself one last time for a big old run, and then we will start to taper down a bit. 3 weeks out from New York, I'm having rice, banana, and I'm gonna add some honey and jam. Now, I've typically always done bagels in the morning before, but I've been curious to try the rice. There's a lot of people getting on it on Instagram, and I just think from a practicality standpoint of traveling with this packet of rice, chuck it in the microwave, and then you're good to go. I just feel like it's going to be really easy. So what I'm doing right now is I am adding honey and jam to it, and I'm doing it with a spoon that I will take to America. It sounds really ridiculous, but I will take to America because I know I will then know how much is in a spoon of jam or honey when I'm out there, because I won't be taking scales. So we'll add a thing of jam, and that's 30 grams, and I'm really happy with that. We're going to do something disgusting, but it's not disgusting because only I use this honey, so about that much honey over everything. Don't worry, I will show you this creation at the end. That is about 20 grams of honey. I think I'm happy with that. I'm just going to quickly check my phone because I've tracked this and I want to make sure that it's right, because then I can just take it and do the exact same thing on race day. Let me show you this marvelous creation. Whoa. Not sure how bad that looks on camera, but I'm actually kind of curious to see what it tastes like. So here we have a thing of Tilda rice, sticky rice. It's my favorite. Banana, and we're gonna have that with 30 grams of jam and 20 grams of honey. And then an hour out, gonna have a Squares bar and a Rice Krispie bar an hour before our run with some more coffee just to get the bowels moving. So that takes that pre-marathon feeling to 190 grams of carbs, which is pretty good going. And then when we're out there, first marathon, I'm just going to try and do literally just gels for the time I'm going for, which is running over 3 hours, 3 hours and change, 3 hours 19, let's just say it as it is. I would love that. I think 6 gels, a gel every half an hour would be amazing to the 3 hour mark. And I'm also going to change from the salt stick chews, which I forgot in London, to capsules. So you literally just chuck the capsule down with some water. So just trying to keep my feeling really simple and effective. And today's a great day to practice it all. Very interesting pre-run meal. Let's see what it's all about. So it has been about 90 minutes since I had that meal. Digested so well. I always forget some carbs, lighting. You just end up looking 10 times better than you actually do. And from my pure lifting days, I used to smash some carbohydrates before the gym to get the most out of my sessions, and it's just a different game doing it for running. Same thing though. Salt, carbs, good lighting, that's how you get the best pump in the gym if you're a runner who cares about that sort of thing. But it's also how you feel your best run. Been about 90 minutes, I would typically have that sort of meal 3 hours out before my race. So I'm just kind of doing a bit of a test run. I've had some sodium here, so I'm going to do another bottle of this with the cereal bars. I'll get these two down and then I'll just let it settle. I'll start to warm up. I would have another coffee. I'm not going to do that just now because I'll show you why actually. Because the gels I'm going to be taking today to just have a proper run through, they've got 200 milligrams of caffeine in each one. So it's just kind of insane. So that is the SIS Apple. So I'll take that at 10K and 20K. And then I'll just take a mixture of the neutral flavor and strawberry and lime, probably near the end, just to change it up. And then, like I said, we're just doing the sodium capsules. So 250 milligrams of sodium per one. So I'll take 500 milligrams an hour in, 500 milligrams 2 hours in, and then that'll be me. That's the plan. I'm also wearing my race day socks, so I'm practicing in those. So yeah, I'm quite big on trying to have a bit of a run through. I used to be next level disciplined with it being perfect. perfect. I think that was probably me trying to control it as much as I possibly could because I'd be really nervous. I'm nervous for New York, but I'm also just like, it'll be what it'll be. Like, I can only do my best. Obviously, we all know what I want to hit, so hopefully I can do that. But at the end of the day, marathons are hard, and it's just about preparing yourself mentally to give your best on the day. So go get the rest of this food down, lie in bed, let it settle, and then we should get into this run before the rest of Sunday is away from us. I'm back home. I don't even want to be filming myself right now, but I did say I'd journey. Can't even speak. I would capture the highs, the lows of this build to New York. After last week's long run that just had to cut short and wasn't very good, where I got 29k and it should have been 34. I was very hopeful that today was going to be the one, and you saw I put the prep in, but stomach straight away, same as last week, just wasn't right. I wasn't able to take on any gels until 90 minutes in, and then after some marathon pace, which didn't flow and was just painful because my stomach. Took a gel and just didn't have enough energy, so I cut the run short. 24k I did. It's supposed to be my peak long run. It ended up just being a pretty poor long run, so pretty demoralizing, but it's running. I'm definitely not well right now. I'm definitely fighting something, had a lot on as well, so that's not been easy. Not a case of making excuses, it's more a case of I know I'm a lot better runner than what I've shown in these long runs, so I'm not getting too down on it, but it's obviously not the prep that you're after, and it's so different to the prep towards London. Anyway, I'm gonna chill out now, my body needs rest, and then into a new week and we'll just see. I'm gonna try and get to the GP. Got a thing to clear my ear. All the wax has built up in Portugal and definitely has led to some sort of infection, and then fuck knows what I'm going to do about my stomach because it's fine now, but whenever I've been doing these long runs recently it's been hell, so no idea. Alright, depressing update done. It is the morning after my long run. I feel even worse, so I'm actually off to the GP. There's all our washing. I'm off to the GP, so ever since I came back from Portugal, my ears just been playing up, and I think it's fed into the stomach and just feel really weak. Body feels wrecked, like I've done a massive run when all I did was 24k. So hopefully get to the bottom of this. Got an appointment to remove the wax on my ear this week. Previously done that and it's worked pretty well. And then I've also got an appointment at the podiatrist to sort out my big toe, which isn't awful, but I'm just keeping on top of it because once I was in Copenhagen, just on a trip with my brother and dad, and my toe was that painful I had to go to a podiatrist and get it sorted, which was crazy. Like I couldn't hardly walk on it, and it sounds ridiculous because it's a toenail, but trust me, when you've had it before you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The pain is fucking unbearable, so just trying to keep on top of that because I'd hate for that to be something that rears its head in New York. So can't keep a good man down. There's a few things going on. Made some adjustments to my training week to get some more long runs in, fingers crossed, so we'll see how today goes. Maybe some drugs will help. Taking it day by day. I'm trying to keep my head up. YouTube, here is the update. Went to get my ears cleaned after going to the GP and they just couldn't see anything because of the wax buildup, and basically got them cleaned and my ear's just not right whatsoever. Got a history of ear issues. I think it's been affecting my long runs recently ever since Portugal. Just not felt 100%, been under the weather. I'm going to show some photos on screen of pictures of inside my ear. If you're someone that doesn't like this sort of stuff, I would just skip forward because this is going to be pretty nasty. This is, believe it or not, my good ear. Can you see that? So this is a picture of the inside of my good ear. You can see some scarring on the eardrum, which I've been told is normal and okay. And then this is the picture of my bad ear. Like, what the fuck is going on? It's not great. I'm going to try and get another appointment. I'm going to try and see some sort of specialist because my ears is so fucked and I'm fed up. Today, I'm supposed to be doing a long run. I'm going to try my best. The reality is, as per the last two, I might get going and it might just not be there. All we can do is try our best. Hard to not feel pretty demoralized by it's just been a tough marathon block. Injury, fucking illness now. I just feel like everything is being thrown at me and it's just shit. It's my final week of trying to get any sort of meaningful training done before a taper, and this is what I'm managing, and I think it's fair enough to feel down, feel shit, but you then just need to process it and do what you can. So it's Friday the 17th of October. We are 16 days out from New York Marathon, and I've got my boy Anthony here to ask me some questions.
So how you feeling? 2 weeks out?
I'm feeling really nervous. I've done a lot more productive training, in particular better long runs before London. So I almost question if I've got that in me for New York. Like I just feel like a little bit underprepared. It's obviously been quite a testing block in terms of injury. I've now found out the update from yesterday is that I've got a hole in my eardrum. I've had a trouble in my ear my whole life, but it's just really fucking played up. So I'm on antibiotics for that. So I think I'm a little bit like, my body's definitely been fighting something. I've been a bit run down. Definitely less confident, but the one time I'd say I was really confident before a marathon, I ended up fucking bonking and it was shit. So
There you go then.
maybe it's no bad thing that I don't feel great.
Talk to me about the carb load.
I'm looking forward
my
to
favourite part of the marathon.
Yeah.
Talk to me
I'm
about
looking-
New York carb load, baby.
A New York carb load, it'll be good, but it will be a bit more boring because you'll obviously just be playing it safe. Be trying to find a Whole Foods and just keep it simple. And then after, I plan to try and put on as much weight as possible in New York and eat all the food.
At the time of this recording, you have one more long run to go.
Yeah, one more long run. So my last 3 long runs, 29k, 24k and 33. So the 29 and 24, my stomach just fucking played up badly. And I think that's been the illness that I've been battling, has had an impact on that. The 33k was good. It was really hard. And like I said before London, I did 30, 32, 34, 35, 36, 38, 40 even. So I just don't feel as prepared. But ideally, all going well, tomorrow I'm gonna do 35k, but it's not promised, to be honest. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, trying to get one more in.
What do you think? Obviously, you hit London 3 hours 25.
Correct.
What's the goal for New York, and how do you think you're going to make that happen?
The dream for New York is 319, and it's not been a 319 prep, or it's not been a textbook 319 prep, but some of the things that are giving me like a bit of confidence, or like I'm just trying to hold on to and remember, are the fact that in London I ran 325 and it was really fucking hot, and when it's that hot it can be shown to reduce your marathon time by 6 to 8 minutes. So I potentially was already fitter than I'd showed in London. And the second thing is like, I think it's just a mindset. Like London was like 4:52 kilometer pace, 319 would need to be 4:44 kilometer pace. And I think for me, it's just remembering like that's a difference of 8 seconds per kilometer. Like just fucking lock in, back yourself, and just be willing to hurt towards the end, because it's a small difference. Like you can make that happen. That's a couple of things that I'm trying to use to give me some confidence. All right, brother, thanks. Appreciate you. Okay, YouTube, it is the 20th of October, Monday, 13 days out from New York Marathon. Did my last long run on Saturday. I did 35k, I did a 4k loop 8 times plus some change, which was a good mental test, to be honest. It was a good challenge. My feeling went well. It's the best long run I've had of the block. It's the longest long run, so it's a bit of a confidence boost as I try not get hit. Pretty happy. I'm fucking relieved as well. I don't know, I feel like I'm more relieved than I typically would be. I don't know if I'm just like struggling. I'm just fucking so glad. I don't know, it sounds sad, but yeah, I'm actually really glad it's over. It's been a hard prep, and I think I've had to be a lot more resilient than I have been. And that kind of just takes its toll, like it does. Like even though it's like great, you're being resilient, you're still like doing what you can, it sort of starts to hit for some reason. I don't know, I can't really explain it very well, which is why I'm kind of struggling to find the words. But I'm relieved it's over, and now it's really about getting fresh, getting the legs like feeling sharp, getting them feeling speedy, because I didn't do any speed work the last week. Just focused on getting 2 long runs in, and just getting ready mentally to leave it all out there as well, man. Marathons are hard, and I'm constantly reminded of that from the work that I do. Gonna be an interesting couple of weeks, but it's gonna be a lot less work rate put in as it's the taper, which is great. I'm ready for a little bit less work rate. All right, I'm gonna go get a coffee. I will see you in the future at some point. YouTube, we're in New York. First time I'm showing you us having arrived, but we're here. It's Friday, we've been to the expo today, so I got my number. Yeah, I don't even know where that is. Oh, there it is. And I got these race magnet things, which look pretty cool for your bib instead of using pins, so we'll try those out. And here is, what is up? There's Mrs. Own Bed. What is up with this fucking camera, man? Probably because I've not used it in fucking ages. Anyway, this is the tee, New York long sleeve. Honestly, I like it a lot. I think it's my favorite. What do you think, Mrs. O?
I love it.
She loves it. I think it's the best one I've got from a race. New Balance gear, pretty nice. Shout out New Balance, baby. They sent me shoes once or twice. Best brand to ever do it as far as I'm concerned. And I got some socks, blue socks, and I got this hat, which I am wearing like a bad man. Let me show you the room. Mrs. O, laptop. Mrs. O might be naked under there. Please keep it PG. This is a family-friendly channel. Race stuff hiding under here. We'll get that out and take a photo and stuff. And look at this little carbohydrate stall that we've got here. Pretty impressive. Managed to lug that over the Atlantic. So yeah, it's time to do a little run. It's Friday, so I'm gonna do like a little 5K. We're staying in what is up with this camera, dog? We are staying in Times Square. Don't know if you can see out there. Yeah, you can. Look at all the buildings. Crazy. So it's probably going to be the most stop-start run of my life, but I need to go and get these legs moving. Although we've done so much walking today, I'm exhausted. Pretty tiring in New York, huh? Pretty tiring place, huh?
We've only just started.
It's a busy old place. So run today, shake out tomorrow morning, meet a client. My client Stefanos is running New York Marathon as well, so that's really cool. So meet him for a coffee, talk about the marathon and life. And then on Sunday, we just leave it all out there. And I'm like, the same as I was before London. I'm like, God, can I do it? What if I can't? You know, push hard, but of course I'll be able to push hard and do it. Yeah. I am nervous for sure, man. Damn.
It'd be a brilliant experience.
I would love a 3:19 marathon. I'm just, is it there with less training? But I think I'm fitter just from the bike and the easy.
You gotta go out there, believe.
I know, and now I'm like, I don't believe enough. Now I'm worried, I don't believe enough, and I'm doubting myself.
You're just nervous.
But I'm like, in my head, I just keep picturing me failing and like, what am I going to say if I don't get a better time?
That doesn't matter. It's only about done your best. You're just doing it for you.
I'm actually doing it for 100,000 YouTube subscribers. Yeah, fuck me. I'm not doing it for me, girl. I'm doing it for you.
Well, you better not fail then.
Oh, okay. Now that's more like it. Now I've got some serious heat on the line. Yeah, I start to just get in my head like, oh, what if I can't, you know, push hard? And it's like, it's crazy because every single marathon I've done, especially London was the most where I left it all out there. I was so strong on the day mentally, and it's just crazy how, like, despite me having that experience, despite me like knowing that is the case, your brain just then says, oh, but what if it doesn't happen like that? What if this happens? You know, and you could have all these positive comments online is a really good example. You see these people with, you know, myself and other people, so many people following them and showing them so much love, but they always like bring up the hate, they always bring up the negativity, they don't actually recognize the love. Our brain's kind of the same. We don't recognize all the wins and all the good training we've backed. We think about what if it goes wrong, what if this doesn't happen, and I think that's just crazy. So I need to try and get a little bit more positive. I'm a bit up and down about it all. Quite stressful, do you think?
Yeah, very. I think New York's quite a stressful place regardless.
Yeah, it's very busy. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's
It's chaotic though.
Just,
the expo was fucking chaos. It was like just people everywhere. It was mental.
And I think especially us staying in Times Square.
I know.
It's like crazy.
Leave our gaff and it's just mental. But been a pretty good carb load today. Pretty happy with that side of things. So just need to get a little running and then go from there. And maybe we'll give Mrs. O the camera on Sunday and she can just record some random stuff.
Yeah, I'll do a little vlog.
Just do a little freaking Mrs. O vlog, and maybe I'll do a little 5K run in Times Square sort of thing. In my new hat. Alright, I don't know what I'm going to do with this video, but I just wanted to capture some of the hotel room and my mindset right now, and then we will see what happens. Peace. Come with me for a short run in New York on Halloween. Let's get it. Running the marathon on Sunday and I've got my race day shoes on. Just trying to get the body feeling good. We are about to pass a place where I had tacos yesterday that were just unbelievable. Here it is. Los Tacos Número 1. Probably butchered that, but there you go. Unbelievable. There are a lot worse places to run, man. Pretty crazy. There's going to be a lot of stopping and starting on this run. But that's okay. The most crazy place I've ever run in, for sure. Look at this. We have caught the fireworks. Wow. Wow. Now we're running in Central Park. Let's go, baby. Try not to get hit by a bike. Because going off here and then hitting off the buildings. Wow. Fucking hell. It's actually insane. We're chasing fireworks, people. How good? Times Square. Great place to run. Lucky day. Stretch from our hotel. Oh, what a run, very memorable. Bring on New York Marathon on Sunday. Let's do this. Alright, it is the morning of New York Marathon. I'm just getting nice and cozy because you basically get to the start line and have to chill there for a few hours. So it's like 4:45 maybe. Pretty early start for a marathon. Not really experienced this in the UK, but it's all part of it. Makes more of a day of it. So it's gonna be good. It's just how I'm getting to the start line with a jumper. Ready to go and leave it all out there as best as I can. What will be, will be. See you on the other side.
Do you want to go through what's in your bag?
What's in my bag? So I've got shoes and race day shoes and socks. Hat. I've got this, my belt full of all my gels, got my packed lunch, my breakfast packed lunch, got a towel that I can sit on, got coffee, oranges, banana, my bagels, got everything.
Sounds good.
And I might just take another little water as well, just for the crack.
Mm-hmm.
Big old wait for the bus. Now at the back of the wave I was supposed to start in. Listen, things aren't always going to go your way in race day. I'm really fucking pissed off, but I'm here now and I need to just put it all behind me and stay positive, because despite the fact it's taken me fucking 4.5 hours to even get here, there's a lot more to go. So hold strong and let's fucking do this.
Hello, it's Mrs. O coming to you from mile 22. We have a sign. We are in Harlem with Nona and Papa O. And it's a beautiful day for a marathon.
Wow. 10K. Oh, this is hard work. Let's go! Let's go! Woo! Woo! 20K. Woo! Let's go, New York! Woo! Come on! We got this, people! Come on, buddy. Good call. Thank you, brother. Let's stay strong. 25K. Don't know how many times I just did that. I'm cooked. Let's go. 15K or so to go. This is where you have to dig deep. Let's go, 30K. For the final 10K. Me and Georgie working hard. No crowds. This is where you earn it. This is where it really counts. Not one to go. K at a time.
Yes, Jamie! Woo! Yes, Jamie! Woo!
I love you. Keep going! I love you. Keep going! Bye, bye, bye. Woo! 40K. Georgie, how good are we feeling?
I feel great!
We've got this. Let's go, New York! Yeah! Orange Mears to go. Come on, Georgie. Let's go. Yes! We did it! Thank you. Woo! Not a PB, but fuck me, man. A PB in terms of leaving 100% out there. What a fucking marathon, New York. Wow. Oh, you're so preparing.
Yeah.
Let's go. Best I could manage today, and I'm really fucking proud of that. Yes!
Yay!
New York, baby. Woo! New York Marathon. We did it, baby. Had a bath, shower, and me and my love have just been talking. Been quite a pleasant experience. So let me just not get the nips in this. I just want to debrief and tell the people. I am going to start this, and I want to do the same on Instagram by saying these are not excuses. I am not bringing these up to say, oh, look at me, this was really hard and this went against me. There's just the reality of what was a fucking hard day, and I'm super proud of my time. I'm super proud of how I showed up for myself. At the end of the day, when I'm on my deathbed, I'm going to remember the passion and the energy and the feelings that I brought to these events, not the fucking time. And that's something I try and think about on race day, is like, go and be fucking passionate, go wear your heart on your sleeve and fucking run for your life, mate. And I did that. And to get 3:30, sub 3:30, 3:29.57, talk about skin of my teeth. But I fucking knew that at the end, and I had to work so hard for that, so I'm so fucking proud of it. 3:29, I call that. Someone might want to round that up, but it's sub 3:30, so my haters will round that up. Anyway, where to start? Left the hotel at 5 in the morning, woke up at 4:30, got changed, left the hotel with all my stuff in a bag that was just a shit bag to carry stuff in. Should have took like a carrier bag within it. Anyway, you live and learn. Went to go queue for the bus. My bus was supposed to be 5:30. Got obviously there like, let's say 5:10. Didn't board a bus till maybe 6:50. It was a fucking disaster. The whole queuing system was just a joke, and it was in a square, and we basically ended up where the buses were pulling in, and then, you know, we love a queue, but other people obviously don't, and went all the way around. And then basically, like, there was no queue. It was just it was a lie. So eventually got on a bus and was just fucking grateful to be in a bus, standing around in that square, like inching forward around all these people for an hour and a half. Let me tell you, it's great for the legs before you run a fucking marathon. And I'd love to say that was the end of it. Oh boy, it was the start. Bus took us there. It was fine. The trip there was fine. It was nice to be sat down and had my breakfast on the bus. And then our buses pulls in as far the furthest part away from where they were checking your bags and getting you in. Obviously, America, they fucking love security and fair play. Our bus got taken to the furthest point, which is just so unlucky. And then there's a row of buses, and obviously people just jump off and just start going because everyone's just thinking about themselves and everyone just wants to get there. And I totally get it. But that meant that all the buses that pulled behind our bus, people were ahead of me. And the guys that I was speaking to, and we were literally the last people to get through security and get into the starting village. I've heard horror stories about New York about people waiting for 3 hours before they run. Honestly, I would have fucking loved to have experienced that. I got into my starting pen at 9:27. I was supposed to be running at 9:45 to get changed into my race day shoes, put the final kit on, take a shit, which I managed to do. It was just a fucking disaster. And of course, then what? So 9:30 I get in there. We probably pulled up to there at 8. It's an hour and a half standing in massive queues, standing in just like stressful, shitty situations. So I've spent 3 hours on my legs. My legs are tired before I even start running. Anyway, I'm just staying calm at this point. I'm just trying to put it behind me, lying down, breathing, trying to do some form of warm up. Normally I would spend probably half an hour warming up. Probably got 10 minutes, and it was rushed, it was frantic, it was horrible. But got warmed up, missed my starting wave, of course, because how the hell was I supposed to make that? And then I went with these like fucking random group, there was like a special pen for these people who were Team Ultra. So I was Team Ultra at the start, which was funny. And then I was like, right, cool, like put it behind me, let's just go enjoy this. I just need to fucking work hard and do the best I can. Like, just not let all the frustration be my downfall. I felt really bad because I was speaking to these Irish guys who are fucking legends and great runners. They were supposed to be in wave 1 and I was supposed to be wave 2. So they were wave 1. They were waiting at security at 9:10 when they should have been starting to run. It was a fucking disaster. I'm not sure why it was so badly organized. I understand it's normally really good. So that was really disappointing, and to be on your feet 3 hours before you go run a marathon for 3.5 hours is a surefire way to make it so much harder. And then the first bridge is like, it's breathtaking, but you've been standing and then you're going, and honestly 4, 5, 6k, and I was like, yeah, my quads are really sore. Like, not really sore, but this is my 5th marathon. I know what my body should feel like at that point. It shouldn't be hard. And I was like, this is hard. This is going to be a really tough day in the office. And again, these aren't excuses. This is my experience. I will always fucking wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'll take the result I get. I'm not going to go bash New York. I'm not going to be like, oh, I did this. It's just context. You need to understand that was bullshit, and that was really hard for me. I knew it was going to be hard. Now, I'll be honest. My goal was 3:19. My PB is 3:25. My goal is 3:19. I knew at 5 or 6k, I was like, this probably isn't it. This is not going to happen. And what I'm really proud about that was I wanted 3:19 so fucking bad. I couldn't have wanted it anymore, and I couldn't have prepared any better for a really tricky block towards it. But when I really wanted sub 3:30, in 2024, I was blinded by that on race day and I didn't adjust my paces. It wasn't there for me. It was sub 3:30 that day. It was not there, but I forced it and I tried to push it and I tried to make it happen. And I ran 3:48. I ran 80 minutes slower than the time I wanted. And it was really fucking tough. So it was amazing to be a year on and have learned from that experience, but have then applied what I've learned and be like, right, it's not here for me today. It's been a shit start. It's always going to be tough after the build I've had. It was nowhere near as good as London, but again, I'm a positive person. I'm trying to push that to the side. I'm trying to put myself in the start line in the best mindset possible. And I did that. And I was like, right, 3:19 is not happening today. That's okay. What can I do? Well, let me just adjust my pace and then I can, try and get in. I had a couple of checkpoints in my head at 24k and 32. And I was like, right, 24 I should be at this time. I got there and I was like, I could already see from earlier checkpoints, I was like, a minute, 2 minutes. And then I got to 24 hours, 3 minutes behind the time I should have been, which was me projected towards a 3:23 marathon. And I thought, okay, this is really hard, but let me just try and hold on. Let me dig deep. Can I do a PB by like a second? I thought about Porto where I ran a PB by a second. I thought, it'd be fucking funny. It'd be cool. And then obviously you continue going, you get 32, you're like, right, I'm like 4.5 minutes off pace here. So 3:24, 30. And I was like, yeah, this is not happening. And then it was amazing. It wasn't lucky because I made it happen, but I spoke to this girl I'd seen a few times, Georgie, who's a fucking legend. And my mission then, she wanted sub 3:30, and my mission was like, I'm leaving 100% out here, but I'm also going to fucking help her get her time. I'm going to like lean into her. And, we started working together from, let's say, an hour and a half in. So we both had 2 hours to go. We wanted 3:30 and we were just fucking such a good team. And it's so amazing. Again, like the time I will forget when I'm old and grey, but that experience with her and helping her run 3:29 was incredible. And I helped her at the start for sure for I don't know how long. Let's say we ran from 18k to 32. I was helping her, I was pushing her on. You best believe she started fucking out me to the end. And without her, I would never have got 3:29.57. So shout out, Georgie. That was incredible to be out there with you and push hard. So that was it. The wheels started to fall off because I'd pushed too hard too soon. I think my first half, someone said in the Onward group chat, it was like 1:41. So to run a half marathon in 1:41 and then finish a marathon in 3:30, that's a massive positive split. Now, New York is a course that is typically going to be a positive split. The pacing bands they give you a positive split because it gets harder. And with the hills and just, I don't know, the accumulation of it all. So I was like, yeah, positive split's okay, but that's a pretty big positive split, and it's just like, I guess that's just what it was. But again, did I give 100%? Yes. Did I lean in when it was really fucking hard and everything was screaming at me? Yes. My calf was cramping from 7k to go. It started to settle. My calf was cramping like hell. I just kept running and it passes after 10, 20, 30 seconds. It's painful, and then you're like, there's only so fast you can run when you're like on the bridge of a bad cramp. My advice to people would always be there. They're like, you can find a pace that like the body can manage, but if you push too hard, the calf's going to go again. And if you drop too slow, it'll go. So it's like your race is like very much on the line if you're in that position 7k from the finish. And then I was maybe 4k from the finish, and all I can describe it, and I said it to Mrs. O, she found it quite funny, was I felt like there was an explosion in my toe, in one of my little toes, and it was the nail just like popping off essentially. And I thought there'd be loads of blood, but it didn't actually look as bad. But yeah, there was a lot of pain towards the end, but I held strong. I left all out there. Learned a lot during that race. So proud of how I showed up for myself. So cool to see a year or so on from Edinburgh where I ran 3:40 and I wanted 3:30, and today I was able to dig deep and get the sub 3:30 in testing conditions. It's not a PB. It's the first time I've not PB'd a marathon. That's obviously a shame, but marathons are fucking hard. New York's an incredibly hard course. There's the elites saying before you go off, this isn't the place to go for a PB, try and enjoy it. I was trying to tune all that out because I wanted 3:19. I was respecting it, and I respected the course as much as I could. I'm very, very proud of my performance. Very proud to get the time I did. It's another step in the right direction. It's just time to recover and take up a level for 2026 because my ultimate goal is sub 3, right? So we've got 29 minutes, 30 minutes to shave off, to be honest. So it's going to take a lot of work, but I know I can do it. So just need to enjoy this one and process it. But hopefully that's been helpful. It's been 11 minutes of ramblings. What do you think?
It's all gold. Quality stuff right
This is why I keep her around people. She doesn't mean that, but she's
You're gonna have to hear it all again at dinner.
Yeah, she's gonna have a really long night. But from tomorrow, I will be wearing my medal and I will be fucking loving New York. Then I will stop talking about it.
Hey, we're loving the enthusiasm in America. You gotta go.
Oh, the Americans that is the energy out there, of course, is unbelievable. And they're so supportive. It's class. After hearing that, any questions for me? You're just like, you just stop videoing yourself type of thing.
Kind of tuned you out, I'm afraid.
Did you?
No, I was listening. Sounded great.
I'll tell you,
But I thought we'd have a proper engaging conversation later, you know?
Yeah, that sounds better. Okay.
And I did do a little vlog for you, so we'll see if he actually puts that in.
Let's see if I can pull a video out my ass here. I feel like this would be a really good like 12-minute just raw video.
I think you might lose some people there.
That's fine. This is for the real ones that are going to watch.
We're off for some steak,
We're going to get some steak and frites.
and then we're gonna enjoy New York.
And we're going to enjoy the rest of our time in New York. And thank you for all the support. If you've watched this far, you need to message me and I'll send you some money. All right. Peace.